Hello everyone, welcome to Card Collectanea. This is Cindy once again, and today I am back with the third scripture card, and I'm using Elegant Edges, and I'm once again indebted to Dee at Dee's Bugaboo Boutique for some scripture art that she has. I'm starting today with a rust colored card base. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is a piece from Paper Studio, and it's a nice, fairly heavyweight piece of cardstock. It's a nice weight. I'm adding to that, and I'm going with a fall theme here, so I'm adding to that an off-white matte. This one is 3/16 smaller than the other one in each direction, so that makes it 4 1/16 this way and 5 5/16 this way. And then on top of that, I'm adding this, I can't even tell you for sure what that design would be. To me it looks either like a raindrop or a flame or something. But it has a little shine to it. The darker color in it is shimmery, and it's just a pretty color. And this is from the Serenity pack from DCWV, and it is cardstock. It's not just paper. It's got some weight to it as well. And once I put that into place, then I'll be able to add some other things. I have these in place now. I forgot to tell you the size of this smaller mat. It is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Again, 3/16 inches smaller. And I'm going to add to this, I took a piece of this ribbon. It's from a very old package. You can probably tell from the coloration of it. But this whole thing is full of this ribbon, and it's sort of a brown burlap ribbon. It's fairly stiff, and I just took it, folded it in half, and trimmed off the edges here so I could have this point. And so now I have this ribbon banner, and I'm going to put it over here in the corner, just leaving one of these rows of teardrops or whatever they are. And then I'll put this on, and I think I can stick it on with my ATG gun. We'll find out, and I'll be back. I have it stuck. The ATG gun did work fine with it, and it stays on there very nicely. Now I'm ready to add the very lovely scripture verse that Dee has done. This one is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And this has been one of my favorites for a very long time now. And I'm going to add, I have taken that, once I printed it out, I put it on some off-white paper, and I used around it then this frame that's on page 50 of Elegant Edges. And I used the oblong and the oblong shadow. And I cut that at 3 1/2. Once I had this verse on the paper, then I went around it and just using the center point, trimmed around it. Then I added the shadow piece, and this is another piece of the same color as the card base. And I'll put these together, and then I'm going to put some foam tape on just part of it. This ribbon is thick, and it raises it up a little bit, so I'm not going to put any under that. I'll put some only on it over here on this side. And so I'll get this all ready, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Alright, I have this finished, and I'm ready to put it onto the card. You'll notice I didn't put anything on this side. That's the part that will be above the ribbon. So I'm going to position this, leaving a little bit more at the bottom than at the top. And I think that will be good. Very, very pretty. I love the colors, and it does look fallish. And I'm taking the use of the word season and working with fall here. So now I have one more item that I'm going to add, and I tried different things, but what I found that I like the best is to add some little leaves to the side of this piece, and then I'm going to put a couple at the bottom underneath the mat here. And so here we go. I've got these three. Now I cut these from a scrap of a piece of paper, which is from DCWV. I'm not sure what pack it was in, but this was a stripe on a piece of paper, and this was a little scrap that I had. And you'll notice that I've cut several maple leaves out of that, and I have this little punch. I think it's a Fiskars, I'm not sure. And so I just punched a number of them. And then, because I wanted them to stand up off the page a little bit, I mean not blend in so well, I took some Versa Magic ink. This is called Copperhead, I think. And I set these down onto a piece of paper, and with a small dauber, I daubed around the edges. And what I ended up with was these really, I think, very authentic looking leaves. They're the colors that leaves actually are many times when they fall. And so I'm going to put 3 of them there, and I'm going to put 2 of them down here. And they don't show up as well down at the bottom of the card, but I really like them anyway. I think that it just adds a little something to them. And then I'll be finished with this very simple, but I think very elegant and nice looking card. It's appropriate for fall. So I'll put these together and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, I'm back, and I'm not quite finished because off camera I decided that I wanted to add to the back of these ones that are going to go down here, I decided to add a sticky do. This is about 1/4 of an inch circle, and sticky doos are one of the Paper Studio line, and so you can get them in Hobby Lobby. And I decided that if I put those up on sticky do, it would stand up a little bit and maybe be a little easier to see. So I have one there, and I'm going to put the other one over here. So I've pointed those 2 stems together, and they look really lovely. The card has turned out beautifully. I think you could use it for a sympathy card, or you could, I'm sure, use it for a birthday card, whatever occasion you'd like, but I probably will put a sentiment on the inside for a sympathy card. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.